This dude used to work there, Headbangers Ball, and he's saying, "Wait, what? MTV is still around? What the?" Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of React Attack. I am Wards, and some news that I came across here was kind of doing some research, and I saw that Rockfeed dropped a video, so we're going to kind of react to it. I've been kind of bouncing between articles and videos, reacting to both. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys like better, if you like articles or reacting to videos, that sort of thing. But, so I'm hearing MTV sounds like they're going to be shutting down some of their music channels around the world. Not necessarily here in the States, but around the world. So I'm very intrigued to see what this is all about. So Rockfeed dropped a video. MTV will never be the same. If you guys want to check out this video, I will link it down below. Make sure you go check out Rockfeed. But with that being said, let's get into this reaction. MTV will never be the same. It hasn't been the same for a very long time from what we originally know it. So let's see what they got to say.
It's really hard to quantify the impact that MTV had on rock and metal music during its heyday. And for all the talk these days about
That's
how
true.
they don't play music videos anymore,
That's
if
true.
you were around during the golden era when they really did play music videos all the time,
Yeah.
you would get...
No, I remember that, man. And he's right. You know, MTV, as far as like I said at the beginning of the video, it's not the same. It hasn't been for a very long time. I remember like in middle school, like waiting, going to my buddy's house like Friday, Saturday night to stay the night, right? His parents were downstairs listening to vinyl records, smoking weed. We were upstairs pounding Mountain Dews and listening to Black Sabbath. And we'd always stay awake as late as we could to see all the metal videos that would come out, because they would only really show some of the really obscure bands like Napalm Death and shit like at late at night. So we were always watching, like staying up late on the weekends to catch these music videos, man. And there was just something magical about those days, and it ain't been the same since. You know, ever since we saw the astronaut here come across our screen, man, it's just, you know, it's different.
Around during the golden era when they really did play music videos all the time, and you would get ready for school and they'd have the music videos on in the morning, and then you watch that sort of sad gradual decline. This next story is very unfortunate, as MTV is undergoing a significant downsize.
Is it unfortunate
the brand continues?
Is it truly unfortunate? I mean, if MTV hasn't been the same, and even though it did have a cultural impact on the world, if it ain't been the same in a long time, I mean, it's already been dead, right? I don't know. Just a thought.
To kind of ride off into the sunset, it would seem. Things get smaller and smaller every year, unfortunately, and now essentially MTV is more of a reality TV network.
That's
and
true.
I don't really fault them for that. We're going to show you a really cool video here.
See, this is kind of my issue with what this guy says sometimes over on Rockfeed. Like, whatever, you know, country cast, Rockfeed, like, hey, build your empire, and I'm happy for you. That's awesome. I don't wish this guy any ill whatsoever. I just, some of the stuff that like this
reality TV network, and I don't really fault them for that.
I do, because it should have never been a reality. It was always MTV, music TV. That's what it was, not reality TV. I fault them.
I'm going to show you a really cool video here from an MTV legend who is talking about where the network stands and kind of how things have shifted and why, most importantly, that has all happened. But let's take a look at what we know now about this very unfortunate announcement today from MTV. The news is that the parent company Paramount Global has confirmed it's pulling the plug on 5 of its dedicated music channels in the UK. On December 31st,
okay, so is this it? Only 5? I mean, they've got what, like MTV 30? I mean, to lose 5, is that a big deal? I don't know. Do any of the 30 different MTV channels that are out there like actually still show music?
Plug on 5 of its dedicated music channels in the UK. On December 31st, 2025, MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s.
Oh, not the 80s. Oh, not the 90s too. Oh, man. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, they literally would just have channels specifically for these eras of music, which I think is cool, but like, man, there's just so much content out there. I guess you kind of have to do it, right? Like, you look at like YouTube channels that have like, you know, and I'm guilty of it too, but have like clips channels, and then they've got like, you know, number 2 channel, number 3 channel, number 4 channel, or whatever, you know, just and it's all pretty much the same thing, or even backup channels, but it's kind of the same concept. I mean, you look at like guys like Geeks and Gamers who have different divisions. You've got like tabletop, you've got travel and theme parks. You got all, you know. So it's just one of those things. I get it, but you know, when does it all stop? You know, I don't know.
Club MTV and MTV Live will all broadcast for the very last time. This isn't just a programming shuffle. It's a major signal that the era of linear music television is officially over. The world has moved on to on-demand platforms like YouTube, and MTV is making a hard pivot away from its own roots, more than it already has.
I mean, I feel like MTV could do some really good shit in streaming if they went back to the music, man. I think people want they want that sort of thing. Why do you guys come to the reaction channels? Why do you come to these reaction channels? Because you want to see people talking about music. You want to talk with other people about music, and that's what MTV used to be.
Decades, MTV wasn't just a channel. It was the culture. It launched on August 1st, 1981 with the Buggles' Video Killed the Radio Star. And from that
we reacted
on,
to that the other day on a live stream.
The visual heartbeat for an entire generation of music. It gave us the iconic Headbangers Ball, the legendary MTV Unplugged session.
I got that on vinyl, baby.
Chaos of TRL.
I got that shit on vinyl, dude. That is such a great Unplugged, and that's the other thing too. There was a lot of other bands who did the Unplugged, but it was just something about the Nirvana performance that was just better than the rest of them.
Ball, the legendary MTV Unplugged sessions, the chaos of TRL, and of course, so many unforgettable moments at the Video Music Awards. MTV turned many musicians into global icons and shaped the way we saw and heard our favorite bands. It wasn't just music, it was an event. So why is it ending? Well, the reasons are unfortunately pretty clear. A source quoted by The Sun put it bluntly: the channel is a victim of the rise of streaming. Music discovery is now driven by algorithms on Spotify and viral,
which is like it's taking the fucking soul out of it, right? Like, this is the one that sucks about Spotify, is that the big people have gotten a hold of it. And when you know how to manipulate algorithms, when you know, and that's the thing too, it's like these people know how to create artists. And I think with streaming, they were able to create artists even more so with the streaming stuff. And it's like, man, it's like a double-edged sword, right? Like, streaming is great because you have it all right there, but then in the same sense, you have so many different musicians not getting recognized because, or artists, musicians, all of it, because these labels control everything. And that's the frustrating thing about it, is at least with this, like, you had the radio, which is kind of buffer. Yes, they paid for plays and stuff like that, but you had like local radio stations that were playing local bands and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, with that, I guess and see, that's the other thing too, with the internet now, as a band, you can promote to the whole world, not just locally, but I don't know, it's just so much different when everyone's chasing algorithms, you know?
Music videos on YouTube. The idea of waiting for a channel to play your favorite video feels like a relic from another time. The move is also part of a larger corporate strategy. Paramount's in the middle of a massive cost-cutting effort following its merger with Skydance Media.
Everybody's in a cost-cutting
these niche music channels were on the chopping block. And for now, the standard MTV channel still exists, but as you probably are aware, there's little to no music videos being played on the network. And we have reaction coming in. I thought this was great. You actually have former Headbangers Ball host Ricky Rackman, who is opening up about this news from MTV, what it means, and why it happened. Here's what he had to say.
All right, I had quite a few people write me today about how upset they were that MTV was going away.
It's not going away.
MTV is going off the air in the UK, but will it happen in America? Yeah, obviously, pretty soon it will.
Yeah.
And for those,
that's an interesting point too. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't it, right? If it's just a matter of time, right? Like, I'm blown away that there are so many people that still use like cable, like traditional cable TV. So
you that are upset that MTV is going away, I didn't even know that there still was MTV. How many of us have even watched MTV in the last 30 years?
And that's crazy. This dude used to work there, bro. This dude used to work there, Headbangers Ball, and he's saying, wait, what? MTV's still around? What the? That should tell you something.
If you're wondering what it was that killed MTV, you could say the reality shows. I don't think it was the reality shows. I mean, I was on a couple. I was on Daisy of Love and Charm School and the Rock of Love reunions, and I had a great time, but I don't think that's what killed MTV.
No, that's most definitely one of the factors that killed it. That's why I don't watch that shit. I got home from school and turned on TRL. I didn't come home to turn on fucking, you know, Desperate Housewives or whatever the fuck. I don't even know the reality shows anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a reality show, but you guys get my point.
What I believe killed MTV was YouTube. I mean, let's say you want to see a video from
That is true
Megadeth.
too. That's true.
You want to see a video from Megadeth, you don't have to wait till some guy talks. You just say, hey, Siri or Alexa or whatever, play Megadeth, and you see it. If you wanted to see something from Run DMC, if you wanted to see something from any new band, if you want to see Slaughter to Prevail, anything that you wanted to see today, Youngblood, you just say it right into your phone and you get to watch that video. So I think Headbangers Ball in the final years, when I hosted it, was a little bit different, because while some people criticized me for being kind of goofy and doing fun stuff, you know, you could just get videos anytime you wanted. So I wanted to make it the show a little.
See, that's the thing. Now, shout out to this guy, because like you have to make it entertaining, y'all. You have to entertain the people. You can't just, like, again, when you're competing with things like the internet and like he's saying, on-demand video, you got to make it. You got to give a reason for people to tune in. So then you get guys like, you know, like, I'll give you an example, like what oh gosh, what's his name? I'm having a brain fart. Svengoolie, you're right. Svengoolie, right? Elvira hosts that, you know, we could go watch these old movies anytime that we wanted, but we get them introduced by characters that we love, sort of thing, right? And I still think there's a space for that sort of thing.
A bit different and have fun, and that's exactly what I did. But to be upset that MTV is gone now, how many of us even know there was MTV? I think it's kind of ridiculous to be upset about it now. But of course, that's just me.
So
that's kind of what I was saying. That, like, was I not saying at the beginning of the stream, or I mean, at the beginning of the video, where I was saying that, like, hasn't it been dead? Like, why is everybody upset about it now? I don't understand. You know, it's just one of those things that, like, we don't think about it till it comes to the forefront, something we haven't really invested any energy or thought into in years, and then we hear that it's going away, and we're like, wait, what? Oh my gosh, I should have been paying attention to that. I think that's just part of the human condition. And I mean, I'm not upset that the MTV is going away. Do I wish that they kind of like go that way? I mean, because here's the thing. If I was MTV, this is what I would do. I would lean heavy into the YouTube side of things, create the channel, build a channel, put stuff on the channel, get a hold of some reactors, get a hold of people who are doing this YouTube music thing already, bring some of them in and start building that. That's what I would do if I was MTV, but, you know, what the hell do I know? I'm just a guy that does reactions.
It feels like the end for MTV as music television. The brand will live on through its website, its social media.
Such an iconic logo, so many different versions of the logo. Like there's so many cool, like, iconic versions of the logo and stuff. Just, you know, up there with the Blackhawks sports emblem, right?
As music television. The brand will live on through its website, its social media, its one cable network now, and the VMAs, but its original mission to bring music videos to the masses 24/7 is officially coming to an end, and it really is.
I mean, not quite yet, but definitely in the UK.
End of an era. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe and notifications on for your latest news and updates about your favorite bands.
Guys, go check it out. Like I said, I'll leave the link of the video down below. Go give them a view and a follow and a like and all that stuff. Go check them out, Rockfeed. But I don't think this is the end of MTV. I think if MTV was smart, they would do what I said. Get involved in the YouTube side of things. Get some people who've been doing this YouTube music thing for a while. And see what people are saying. Anyway, y'all, that's kind of my thoughts on it. MTV, I think, will always exist in some way, or maybe they'll just be some like old T-shirts that people wear, is like these young kids that are wearing these old retro Nickelodeon T-shirts and shit, and they're like, you weren't there. You don't get to wear that shirt. You weren't there. Same kind of thing here, man. Y'all weren't there for the MTV days. They were phenomenal, man. Let me know down below, like, a memory, back in the day, if you guys had, like, if you guys watch Headbangers Ball, if there was something on MTV or show on MTV back in the day that you guys really liked. I really liked a lot of the comedy stuff, like Syphil and Ollie, Beavis and Butthead, Daria, things like that. Those were always really cool to check out. I thought that was a really cool thing that the MTV branched off to. It was kind of, pulling in the culture, right? Music was such a thing in the 80s and 90s. It was such a huge part of the culture, and with AI and everything nowadays, it's just, music that comes out nowadays doesn't really seem to have that passion that it did back in the day. Anyway, y'all, I can go on forever about this. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought. I'd love to read here, see all of that. Again, let me know down below if you guys want to continue this journey of musical discovery with me. Do me a favor, y'all. hit that subscription button down below. Come along on the journey, man. Go check out all of our 30-day deep dives into the bands that we've taken a look at. They're on the channel down below, the playlist. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. And MTV, it's been nice knowing you. May you rest in TV heaven with all the other ones. Anyway, y'all, thank you for hanging out with me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, everybody, stay nuclear. Peace.